What's up, y'all? It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. The KayFabeyBaby NRW Ring Generals Podcast. As you see, Jake Cargill, Sean Mongold is still out. Jade Cargill. We love Jade Cargill. I just love saying her name because she's just a fine sister. But she also got taken out by Naomi. And that's what happened to Sean.
Big Jim.
Who Big Jim be slaying and popping babies out there, man. Shout out to them, man. Much love to them. You love to see it. Good people deserve good things. So yeah, it's lovely for that. But yeah, Sean Mongold in the house. We've talked. He's got a lot of things going on. If you follow the Nerdless stuff, you know, him and our pal Maki got a lot of things going on. So shout out to them. They're handling that business. And when they got time, they'll make time. So till then, as always, my tried and true, my brother from another mother, my man, Webster Styles in the building. How are you, Webster Style?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. Thank you for always holding it down with me, man. Partners for life. We got some things going on in wrestling. I know, and people know if they've been tuning in. We haven't been really tuning in. There's a lot of things going on in life. Much like Sean Mongo being taken out. We probably should be taken out right now, but we want to talk on some things. You know, it's what we do. Right. It's what Webster and I'll do. And we want to talk about, you know, situations going on with WWE and their PLEs, aka pay-per-views, that whole change up. And then we're also going to talk Forbidden Door. We haven't exactly been tuning into AEW either, but we got opinions. We got
I've been hearing good things though.
So yeah. Even though we haven't been tuning in. So we'll give you those picks to close out. But first, PLEs, Eldon, Webster Style.
So last time we
feel about this?
We had the whole deal with ESPN supposed to be getting the PLEs and said next year. You know, everybody's like, oh, next year. No, pause. It's starting early because apparently there are a certain number. They had a certain quota to fulfill for Peacock. And by having WrestleMania 2 nights as well as SummerSlam for 2 nights, they fulfilled their quota. So now they can move over to ESPN. So the first one is WrestlePalooza on September 20th. But also as part of the new deal with Peacock, the NXT PLEs are staying there at least through March of next year, as well as Saturday Night's Main Event is staying. And apparently 2 of the last 4, or 2 of them are Peacock only, so they won't be shown on NBC, which is kind of weird in my opinion. And also, there's supposed to be some Peacock exclusive PLEs. So look, I ain't hating WWE for getting money everywhere. They get money for everybody. They getting that Disney money, that Universal money, that Netflix money. The only ones who ain't getting money, actually, no. You think of TKO now, they getting that Paramount money because UFC is going to be on Paramount Plus. Now, they get money, TKOs get money from everywhere. I ain't hating the business. But as a consumer, as a fan, all of our attention, all of our dollars are spread out. And it kind of sucks. And honestly, I have no intentions of paying monthly for ESPN because $30, look, $7.99 a month for wrestling for WWE is cool. Even since Peacock is jumping to $10.99 a month, all right, I'll still stomach that for PLEs every month. And the WWE content library is still staying on Peacock though. So
okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, that is good to know. So I'm like, even at $10.99, I can stomach that. But I don't watch sports like that to pay $30 a month for ESPN offline. And I think that's the biggest thing that everybody's talking about. And that's if you don't have traditional ESPN, because it will still be on that if you have traditional ESPN through cable. So you don't have to worry about that. But for a lot of us who've cut the cord, which is what people have done, like, you are getting to a point where your content you want is everywhere. So you're paying just as much or more, not more, than your cable subscription at one point. I know right now, and I'm about to cut off something.
Yeah.
Right now, even with everything I have, I am pretty much at where I was with DirecTV. Not quite when we had the lowest package we had at that one point in time before I completely cut the cord. I think right now, total, I'm at, and that's before the price increase, I think I'm at $60 for everything. DirecTV, last time we had before we got rid of it was $75, almost $80. And with the increases for Peacock, you know, that bumps us up. But if I add $30, I'm paying more than cable. I might as well get cable.
Yeah.
And that's and again, that's a consumer first world belly aching bitching problem. So,
Yeah.
no tiny lot violence over here. But look, I don't care what they try to tell you. Everything's going up. Economy ain't that great. And you're trying to pinch every penny where you can. And WWE, you just ain't gonna get my money in that regard. But again, it's good business for them. Kudos to them. They got a business to run. They're trying to grow their business, trying to put money in their pocket, and hopefully it translates into a good product. So, but that's it for the WPLEs. We got Forbidden Door.
Yes. Before
Oh,
we get there, so real
yes,
quick to just for me, the slow people over here
yes,
who's just was we got a million one things going on.
right,
So all right, if I'm understanding what we're saying about these PLEs moving forward, it's just all of this is driving me crazy.
yeah,
They said one thing, they changed it up, but that's
right.
also what's happening in the world. In presidents, they say one thing and then change, all that BS. So, so maddening, isn't it? What
It is
style? All right. So for us that watch SmackDown and Raw,
right.
that's still broadcast on regular cable. And so if you have cable, you're covered there.
Well, remember,
But
Raw's on Netflix exclusive. So
oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
SmackDown,
All right. So
yeah,
shit.
yeah. So
So
let's
if
run down programs.
all right.
So SmackDown is on USA. That is going to be, you can then watch that on demand on Peacock. Okay.
Okay.
So NXT is on CW, which is free. You can watch that free on the CW app. Okay. Raw is on Netflix. You need Netflix for that. Okay. So those are
Okay.
three major programs that they have. Main event is on Peacock. And then in addition to that, Saturday's main event is on Peacock and NBC. And then the WWE library is on Peacock, as well as NXT LEs, at least through March of next year, are on Peacock. So all that's on Peacock. On Netflix, we just got Raw and the Unreal Show. That's
Okay.
on Netflix. And then on ESPN, we have the major pay-per-views or our pay-per-view, I'll pay-per anyway. We have all the pay-per-views starting September 30th. So your Survivor Series is going to be ESPN, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, all of those are going to be on ESPN. However, if you, and this is the subscription ESPN, which is $30 a month. If you have regular ESPN through a cable provider, you get the subscription ESPN, so you will get the pay-per-views as well.
Okay. So I'm
So yeah.
good there since I
So if
still
you
have
have
cable.
cable still, you in ESPN, you will not have to pay to get to pay-per-views.
And they said that because like
Yes.
that's where I slightly feel nervous about.
Yeah, they said that. They did say that. Now I'm not how sure this is because I didn't hear it from them. I saw some after information about it from third party sources, but it seems like it could be targeted to specific cable companies, not all. I think I'm not sure, but I don't remember seeing something like a Sling or a Direct TV Now or whatever those over the air sort of digital networks are. I think it's on YouTube TV. I think it's on Hulu TV, Live TV Plus, but I don't think it's on everywhere we get ESPN, but I may be wrong. But as of right now, I'll just say from what they said, if you have ESPN through a TV provider, you will get all of the PLEs because you have access to the ESPN subscription service because you already have as part of your cable back. That's like HBO. You have HBO, you used to get HBO Go or whatever it's called back in the day, sort of thing.
Okay. Okay. All right.
It can
I'm
get very
kind
confusing.
Okay. So if you still have cable, you're still paying for these Netflix and Peacock, you should be well, you're free in the clear if you were.
Right,
They're just spreading their wealth out. But those that have cut the cord and are only specific services like yourself, you have to choose, and it's up to you what you really want to have or not have anymore, is what
right,
we're saying.
exactly.
Got it. Interesting times, y'all. And if they're not putting out quality products, do you really want to spend that money? The onus is on you on that. So let's
Right.
find out. I've been kind of falling off. You know, the product is
Yeah.
gonna up and down. I don't also, and personally, politics come into my equation with certain things. I don't like the
Mm,
politics of WWE in a lot of respects. So let's see what goes down in the future. But let's head over to the other brand, AEW Forbidden
very
Door.
good.
As you said, Webster style. They've got some interesting things going on. So what have you heard, real quick, before we get into these picks, that has
Uh,
been exciting you right now?
I have not been following as much. You know, obviously I see Tony Storm across my feed, so um that's all that matters. Is it Tony Storm versus Athena in this?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
yeah, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, so I know they've been like way her Mercedes Athena will tag team, and I forget the other person, that other woman that was there. But that was, you know, it's always entertaining when I saw the clips online. I don't know. Nigel McGuinness is wrestling again. I think he's going against Zack Sabre Jr. or Will Ospreay. Yeah, I think
Uh,
he's going against Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre Jr. is the current champion, and he's going against Nigel McGuinness.
That's that's going to be amazing. But I mean, I'm hearing things, but I haven't been following to really
Yeah.
kind of know everything. So,
All right. So let's get into these picks. We'll
okay.
start with Adam Copeland and Kristen Cage. Oh my God, they got them together now
Yes, yep.
versus Kip Sabian and Killswitch. Who do you got?
Adrian Christian.
Yeah, Edge
You
and
never
Christian are
bringing
back
them back together.
together again.
Yeah,
No, we've been missing out, bro. What
yeah,
the hell? Yeah, that's easy.
yeah,
Cope, and Cage,
yeah.
aka Edge and Christian. Yeah,
C and
that's
C.
come on now.
Yep.
All right, let's head over to the AEW World Championship with our current champion Adam Page versus MJF. And if Heyman is counted out or disqualified, he will lose the title. Is MJF taking it over from Page?
I don't think so. I feel like I understand that MGF won the Battle Royal. This is why I think there are too many pay-per-views. I feel like this is too soon for this, personally speaking. That's just me. And from what I've seen, I feel like even this whole thing just got, I won't say rushed. I haven't seen like a storyline, even just like through the clips and stuff I've seen, like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, I can do this. So um I'm going Hangman. I don't see them putting the title back on him to have him. That's hard. I'm going Hangman, but it's hard. That's really, really hard.
yeah. They just for even we like you said through just watching off the way out the side, uh, they haven't built that up.
Yeah,
I don't like Page, but I don't see them taking it off of him that quickly, you
yeah.
know?
I agree.
So let's head over to the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, the one that got you excited a second ago. Current
Right.
champion Zack Sabre Jr. versus Nigel McGuinness with Daniel Garcia in his corner.
I'm going with Zack Sabre Jr. On this one. I've missed some of the build. I missed all the build up for this. I literally just saw something on it maybe yesterday, day before. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? Nigel versus Zack Sabre Jr. Like, oh wow, how this? So I got to go back and look at some packages to see how that storyline was built up. But that right there, I'm like that sounds like a great match. But I'm going with Zack Sabre Jr. We saw him. We went to see New Japan last year, if I remember correctly.
We did, yeah.
Yeah,
Seeing him in person,
yeah,
seeing how much of a performer he is.
yes,
Um, that brother's a wrestler.
yeah. He is. That's what
That
I
brother's
gotta
a
go.
wrestler.
TDK, I think is the group's name. Yeah.
Yeah, I give him respect. Yeah, he impressed me seeing him in person, and also seeing watching him perform on AEW. But I think I'm gonna go with Zack Sabre Jr. as well. Let's head over to the AEW TNT Championship. Kyle Fletcher is the current champion versus Takahashi. Who you got?
Ooh, that's hard. I'm going with Kyle Fletcher because they're really pushing him as a next big star. So yeah. Wait a minute, Hironi Tachihagi from New Japan. This is Forbidden Door. Takashi's the one with all the nice hair, right?
The big hair, I think. Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
can't remember.
yeah, I think so. Anyway, I
Yeah,
forget. But if it's him, I was gonna be like, he has great hair. But yeah, I'm going with Adam.
You're going with Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, Kyle Fletcher and Adam. Yeah, Kyle Fletcher. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm going the same, and for the same reasons. I feel, that they're building him up. They made the brother cut his hair, or he chose to cut.
Yeah.
He changed his look just for
Right.
AEW. So
Right.
come on, the brother gave him of himself to the brand to
Right.
move up. Let him have his
Right.
belt. Let's head over to the four-way match for the AEW TBS Championship. One of Mercedes' belts. She's the current champion versus Alex Windsor versus Persephone versus Bozilla. Who you got? Is she
Mercedes.
losing a belt?
I don't know who any of those people are. I think Alex.
Same.
I think Alex Winter was the other person in that tag team with Tony Storm that I was talking about in that match. So I think that was the reason for that. But yeah, I'm going Mercedes. I don't
Yeah.
see her dropping the belt.
Unless they're starting to chip away some of her belts, which
Yeah.
yeah. Ah, I'm going Mercedes too. And again, I've been feeling a little lukewarm. Although I want to say her vibe online. I don't. You follow her too, like Tony, right? Just she seems super happy. Shout out to Mordos. Is it Beast Mordos that she's dating or whatever his
Oh,
name
that's
is,
what she's dating?
or whoever. He's a lawyer. He's the big. I forget. Yeah, I think it's Beast Mordos. He's the one that
Yeah.
wears that big head mask or
Yeah.
whatever. And he's like a lawyer also beyond just a wrestler. So that brother's
I
getting
didn't know
paid
that. I did
wrestling
not know that.
and scoring with Mercedes, man. Shout out to that brother. Yeah. All
Money, money,
right.
money.
Let's head over to the AEW Unified Championship match. Okada, our current champion, versus Swerve Strickland, sir. Who you got?
Swerve.
Swerve.
Swerve. I was when they combined it. Who did Okada beat? Who was the Continental Champion?
Omega?
No, was he? I don't know. No, I know he beat Omega, but I don't remember. Was he? Yeah, okay. Yeah, he was. So when he
Yeah.
beat Omega, I know we were kind of wondering about that. But I think I think Swerve would be a good person to take it off for Okada.
But do you think it's that quick though? Because they just did that.
I don't care. It's Swerve. They need to put a belt on him. If they ain't got him in a world title picture, put him in this picture and put the belt on him.
I respect that. I could go either way on that one, to be honest. I could go either way on that one. And I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be upset
Right.
at all. Because I like Swerve. You know? All right, let's head over to the AEW World Tag Team Championship. It's a three-way tag team elimination match. We have the Hurt Syndicate, the current champions, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin versus Brodito, Brody King and Bandito versus FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood. Who do you have, sir?
I feel like Hurston's going to lose, but they're not taking the pin. And I think they might put it on Brodito. I've been seeing things about them and whatnot, so I'm thinking it's going to be Brodito, and FTR is going to take the pin.
Yeah. Personally, anybody but FTR. I'm kind of like over FTR, to be honest. And I haven't even been watching in a while. They've had the belts for a while. So I could go with Brodito or Hurt Syndicate, you know. Yeah. I like the name Brodito though. Shout out to Brody King. You know, they're still doing something with him.
Bandito,
And Bandito, that's kind of hilarious. Brodito. All right. Closing it out. Let's have the lights out steel cage match. Perfect way to close this out. Lights out. We have the Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, Darby Allin, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Will Ospreay versus the Death Riders, John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jansen, and Gabe Kidd. Who do you got? Golden Lovers or Death Riders?
That's tough. I just don't know how they're going to pull it off. If it's lights out, like, hey, I'm interested. You know what?
That sounds long. With all those type of people, that's gonna be an hour-long match, probably an hour and a half.
I'm going with Death Riders simply because I feel like they need a win. So yeah, I'm going with Death Riders.
You know,
That's
I'm gonna
tough,
go opposite.
though.
I'm gonna break it. So
Okay.
we're gonna leave it hanging. I don't know who's gonna take that. That's kind of difficult one. With just kind of like everybody in that matchup and how we've seen storylines play out. That's gonna be an interesting one, and I think it's gonna be a long one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's gonna be a long. All those people yeah.
Yeah.
And this is
there's people that put
ultimately,
in a lot of work, and we'll just let them play. Is what they
this
do
is
with
a
these kind of
relatively
matches.
short card too.
Yeah, only 9 matches.
Oh,
Excuse me.
and AEW pay-per-views tend to run long too. So yeah, it's pretty, in my opinion, a short card.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So those
it's
are
gonna be a
our
good show though.
thoughts. Any other thoughts of anything going on in the world of wrestling, sir, that you've been tracking or
Now I don't
expecting or
talk my,
hoping
off the top
for?
of my head. It's still got the whole NXT TNA thing going on, and I in and out of that, so I'm just keeping track and whatnot. And a lot of rumblings. Oh, we did have Triple Mania, and that was like I saw bits and pieces of that. That looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
So and apparently like Undertaker's like really heading that for WWE now, which is interesting.
Mm.
Um, so a lot's going on in wrestling. It's more wrestling you can shake a stick at. Who would have known we get to this point in our lives, Kuya, and it's just like wrestling everywhere.
Yeah. Literally everywhere. A lot of catch up on. I've been like, yeah, I'm like, if I don't have the mind to get it all in right now,
Right.
just a lot. The one other thing I forgot to add that they're saying that might make an appearance, and or also who do you think as well? They're saying Isla Dawn signed on with AEW now from WWE. What
Oh,
curious what
okay.
her name will be now?
Okay.
Changing over. But do you see anybody jumping ship? Freelancers now that you think, or would you like to see
Man, I
pop
don't know
over there?
who's really available like that.
Okay.
Now that I
So,
think about it, because the
but
last few
yeah,
people that I knew of, like, because what, like, um, Cedric signed with TNA, Hardwell signed with TNA. I forget what her name was, but Mara Shane signed with TNA, and then you just had Ace Austin signed with AEW. Like, I don't really know who's a free agent right now. Like, that's on my radar. A
yeah.
lot of people who I knew were free agents, or honest, like Ace Austin, I totally forgot he was a free agent. Um, and he was phenomenal against Ricochet, by the way. Like I didn't see the match, but I saw the clips of it. I'm like, I forgot how good he was.
Mm,
So it's interesting. I saw that. I'm like, I'm surprised TNA didn't keep him. Because with him and Chris Bay with ABC Connection and everything, like they were a great tag team. It's interesting, to me that they didn't keep him like even to bolster the X division or even make a run at what is the digital media championship, if not the world championship. But so surprised that, especially as a young kid too.
yeah.
So, but hey, hopefully he can find success in AEW. Like I said, the match with Ricochet was a banger. So,
All right. Yeah, I'm curious. I just finding the time to just bring it all up to speed, man. It's
yeah.
gonna be interesting. So there you go, y'all. Those are our thoughts. Webster style. What do you got going on over at Sartorial and Geek, brother?
It's been busy, so I ain't been doing nothing lately. My last interview with Charisma DeLuca dropped last week, so that's on all streaming, YouTube video, YouTube music, Spotify, Apple, all that jazz. And then I have another interview with I forget her name, I ain't gonna say it. But I got that scheduled for next week. So to record next week, so you'll be seeing it week after. So basically, I'll tell you guys more about it next week after it happens.
All right, there you go. That's my homie. That's my pal. That's my brother. Webster style. Go show love. Go check him out. Subscribe, follow, do all the things. You're on NRW, Nerds Rule the World. You know what we're doing. A lot of things. I got Checkpoint with my brother Webster Style and Brian Saff, talking all that gaming stuff. A lot of interviews, a lot of reviews, a lot of screenings, a lot of interviews. All that content's there. But if you're also grown and sexy, like me and my brother Webster Style, we like the grown and sexy.
Sir.
We got a ton of interviews. I brought that back up with After Dark Nerds. I pulled some of that stuff up, and After Dark Nerds is doing its thing. And I've been having pretty much 2 episodes every week drop. I actually am behind schedule. I've had everything planned up and recorded. I've just haven't had time to post them. But
Yes. Yeah.
we're like already on episode 6, I think. And
Yes. Okay.
I've
So yeah.
got 2 episodes I'm recording tomorrow. That's lined up. Like, yeah, if you're grown and sexy, you want your adult conversations, please go check it out. A lot of good times with some great adult content creators, stars, cosplayers that I'm talking to. So yeah, and then hopefully me and my man Webster Style will be at the next adult show to cover some stuff and
Yes,
talk
sir.
to those folks and
By
give you
hook
more
or
of
by
that
crook, we'll be
content.
there.
Huh?
I said by hook or by crook, we'll be there.
We're gonna be there, sir. Even if I gotta pull names out,
Right.
and let them know, because they
Like
come on
Erica,
now.
we need to holler at you.
Yeah, exactly. Erica's our girl. She will. If they tell me no,
Right.
brother.
Look, between her and Don Juan,
I'm saying, like, we are the guys that are outside of in that weird
yeah,
that give legitimate interviews with that kind. Anyway, stay tuned for all that stuff. They're going and sexy. Me and my brother Webster style. But there you go. That's the KayFabeyBaby show. Salute to our brother Sean Mongold. Hope he can come through when he has the time. But a lot of content that both me and my brother Webster style are giving you. Please let us know what you think. Show love, subscribe, do all the things. And we're out of here. Until next time, hopefully we'll have the results of Forbidden Door and any new stuff popping off on KayFabeyBaby next time. I threw my brother off. I saw you. Here we go. And a 1, 2, 3.
You come in my face, I'm gonna fight you.
Well, you're not gonna bust a nut anytime we're in the ring.
I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna eat your ass like a pot of collard greens, baby.
I'm gonna stretch his ass like it's never been stretched before.
You can hide behind that commissioner stuff just so long until I jerk a knot in your ass.
And if you don't think I'm big enough, then you grab a hold of me, and you'll know that I'm growing, my man. Within your hands, I will get as big as I need to be to do the job on you.
All right, just jerk Helmsley off.
There's one part of our bodies that's soft, and it ain't soft all the time, if you catch my meaning.
I'm gonna come on you like nobody's ever come on you before. Just you and I getting it on like two men should do.
Oh, no, that fits right.